Aloha, it's Kiana, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, mahalo to Longstrugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your neighborhood Longstrugs for all your shopping needs. Two of the biggest names in the cable television news industry have been fired. Fox News said today that it is parting ways with primetime host Tucker Carlson, whose top-ranked show promoted a slew of grievances and theories about Russia and the January 6th insurrection. Fox offered no explanation for this stunning move, saying that the last broadcast of Tucker Carlson Tonight had aired on Friday. The split comes less than a week after Fox agreed to pay $787 million to settle a lawsuit with Dominion Voting Systems over the network's airing of false claims following the 2020 presidential election. Meanwhile, CNN fired its own controversial anchor, Don Lemon, a little over 2 months after he apologized to viewers for on-air comments about Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley. CNN did not provide a public explanation for Lemon's departure, but on his own Twitter account, Lemon said the news came as a surprise to him and characterized it as a firing. He had appeared on air earlier this morning. In February, Lemon caused an uproar when he said on CNN this morning that the 51-year-old Nikki Haley was not in her prime. He said a woman was considered in her prime in her 20s, 30s, and maybe her 40s. Ken Potts, one of the last two remaining survivors of the USS Arizona battleship, which sank during the 1941 Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, has died. He had celebrated his 102nd birthday last week. Howard Ken Potts died Friday at the home in Provo, Utah that he shared with his wife of 66 years, according to the National Park Service, which runs the Arizona Memorial at Pearl Harbor. Potts was born and raised in Honey Bend, Illinois, and enlisted in the Navy in 1939. He was working as a crane operator, shuttling supplies to the Arizona the morning of December 7, 1941, when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. In a 2020 oral history interview with American Veterans Center, Potts said a loudspeaker ordered sailors back to their ships, so he got on a boat. Dozens of ships either sank, capsized, or were damaged in the bombing of the Hawaii Naval Base, which catapulted the U.S. into World War II. The Arizona sank just 9 minutes after being bombed, and its 1,177 dead account for nearly half the servicemen killed in the attack. The only remaining survivor from the USS Arizona is now Lou Conter, who is 101 years old and living in California. For the second day in a row, Honolulu firefighters responded this morning to a hiker with an undisclosed medical emergency at the Diamond Head Crater Trail. Honolulu Fire Department officials received a 911 call at 9:12 a.m. today for a woman in her 50s who experienced a medical emergency while hiking and was unable to descend on her own. 5 units with 16 personnel responded, with the first arriving 4 minutes after the call. Firefighters hiked up to the woman at 9:45 a.m. and provided basic life support. HFD's Air One helicopter transported the woman to a landing zone, where care was transferred to emergency medical services at 9:48 a.m. On Sunday afternoon, HFD personnel also rescued a woman in her 60s who reported a medical emergency at the top of Diamond Head Crater Trail. Also on Sunday, a man in his 60s died today after suffering a medical emergency and falling 40 feet while hiking Lanikai Pillbox Trail in Kailua. HFD recommends that hikers stay hydrated, know their physical abilities and limitations, and hike trails that can be enjoyed safely. Hawaii's two-time defending NCAA champion men's volleyball team will be headed across the country next week as they try for a rare three-peat. Hawaii will have to win 2 matches in Fairfax, Virginia to claim a third straight NCAA men's volleyball championship. The Rainbow Warriors were awarded the second seed in the 17 bracket and will open the National Collegiate Men's Volleyball Championship on May 4 in a semifinal match at George Mason University. UH will face the winner of a May 2nd match between Penn State and the survivor of the April 30th first-round matchup of Ohio State and King University of Tennessee. On Saturday, UH claimed its second consecutive Big West tournament title and an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament with a 4-set win over UC Irvine in California. The semifinal matches will be streamed on NCAA.com, and the championship match will be televised on ESPN2. The number 1 seed in the NCAA bracket went to Mountain Pacific Sports Federation champion UCLA. A high surf advisory has been issued for the north and west shores of Hawaii's smaller islands until 6 a.m. Tuesday. The National Weather Service expects surf of 12 to 16 feet along the north shores and 8 to 12 feet along west shores of Niihau, Kauai, Oahu, and Molokai, and on the north shores of Maui. Forecasters say a new northwest swell is building today and will peak this evening, then gradually drop on Tuesday and Wednesday. The swell is larger than initially expected due to observations from buoys northwest of Kauai. Weather Service officials warn of strong breaking waves and currents, which will make swimming dangerous. The public should heed all advice from ocean safety officials. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
I was able to earn my master's degree in 6 months at WGU. The competency-based learning made all the difference in the world because I was able to apply what I already know and move through those courses faster.